This is Tom Fox. I'd like to welcome you to the newest addition to the Compliance Podcast Network, the Compliance Tip of the Day. This is the podcast where you bring you daily insights and practical advice on navigating the ever-evolving landscape of compliance requirements. Whether you're a seasoned compliance professional or just starting your journey, my aim in this podcast is to provide you with a bite-sized, actionable tip to help you stay on top of your compliance game. Join us as we explore the latest trends from the Department of Justice, share some best practices, demystify complex compliance issues to help keep your organization doing business ethically and in compliance, and at the end of the day, more profitably. Tune in daily for your dose of compliance wisdom. Let's make compliance a little less daunting, one tip at a time. Now a word from the sponsor of the Compliance Podcast Network, Ethico.
In compliance, the value of anonymous reporting is undeniable. But with Ethico, anonymity doesn't mean a loss of connection. Our blinded, two-way communication fosters an environment of trust and confidentiality, encouraging open and honest dialogue. It's not just about receiving reports. It's about understanding the story behind each one, creating a culture of integrity and respect. Transform your approach to anonymous reporting with Ethico. Begin your journey at ethico.com/CPN, where you can book a demo, access an exclusive white paper by Tom Fox titled The ROI of Compliance, and utilize our free ROI calculator.
In today's Compliance Tip of the Day, we look at what are the advantages of having an internal reporting system. There are multiple advantages, and obviously it's clear the government expects companies to have an internal reporting system, and indeed that is enshrined in Sarbanes-Oxley as well. But there are benefits far beyond putting you in the government's good graces. Companies with a more robust internal reporting system generate more reports, and companies that are high-level users of whistleblower reporting systems have more activity than the average entity. Companies that have this sort of activity are typically firms with higher quality earnings reportings. They tend to be more profitable. They are firms with high quality corporate governance, and it's something that leads to greater shareholder satisfaction as well. So it's something that everyone needs, everyone should have, and the findings conversely, are that companies which do not have high levels of reporting tend to have poorer corporate governance. They tend to be prone to more financial accounting issues, such as discretionary accruals, obviously, which can become problematic. They tend to be smaller and less mature in their overall programs, and their compliance programs are not as seen as robust or effective as in more and greater sized and larger organizations. The Ethisphere Ethics Premium would seem to bear that out, which found over 12% increased profitability by companies that had been awarded the world's most ethical company awards. Now, I recognize this is more than simply internal reporting or whistleblower, but you begin to see when companies have a culture and benefits from, or rather a culture of speak up and a culture of honoring that speak up, they tend to have a better and more well-run compliance program leading to overall greater profitability. So speak up and reporting has significant benefits for every organization that does so robustly. As you know, this month's sponsor of the Compliance Podcast Network, including this podcast, is Ethico. Have you ever wondered about the ROI of your compliance program or had concerns with presenting budget proposals to your CFO? Well, I partnered with Ethico to write a white paper on the ROI of compliance and how you can think through compliance as an investment strategy. Ethico has put together a ROI calculator for you. Check them out on the website. This is Tom Fox again. This new podcast, Compliance Tip of the Day, will appear daily. And frankly, it's one of the most requested topics for a podcast that I get on a regular basis. It's going to be short and sweet with one tip with some takeaways that you can utilize to implement into your compliance program. If you've got a question that you would like a tip on, please submit them through our website, and we will use them in an upcoming episode. The compliance tip of the day is a production of the award-winning Compliance Podcast Network.